All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Music City Multicon. Hopefully that's why you're here. This is not underwater basket weaving. I am Ginger O'Snap. I'm one of your cosplay guests. I'm going to be moderating this panel. Just to give you a heads up of how it's going to go, we're not going to do a live Q&A. I opened up questions online ahead of time over the past couple of days, and so I've already taken questions from folks, and we're just going to kind of kiki and chat and have like a Wendy Williams moment and just get to know each other, if that sounds good. So, very, very warm welcome. We're all so, so excited. Please be very nice and welcome Karen Fukuhara. You may pick your favorite color mic.
Thank you so much. How did you know?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess.
How did you know? I love
That's
green.
a wild guess. Welcome.
It's one of my favorite colors.
Good, I'm
Actually,
glad.
it is my favorite color.
Is it?
It is.
Is there a specific green that's your favorite color, or just all-inclusive greens?
All inclusive, but I do love a good seafoam sage.
I like
that
a mint
realm.
moment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially I like a mint appliance. It's
Yeah.
like a very 50s thing.
Yes.
So I'm good. I'm glad you got your favorite one. Welcome to Nashville.
Thank you for having me.
Me specifically.
Yes, and thank you everyone for staying. I know that this is like a very late panel, but it means a lot that you guys are here. So thank you.
What have you done while you've been in Nashville? Have you had a chance to? I know you just got in, so this is it, right? Like this has been your vibe.
This is it. Yeah. No, I flew in late last night and then was at the con all day. So I haven't been able to explore much. But you were telling me about the alley.
Printer's Alley, yes.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
know.
Yes.
They're
So
excited.
I'll have to
Printer's
go
Alley.
there,
It's
and
a good
then I have to try some good old barbecue.
Yes.
Martin's
Martin's is a great start.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Penny's.
How do you feel about spicy food?
I can do okay, so spicy food is delicious, but there's different levels. I feel like I hear Nashville spicy is very spicy. So I don't know if I can handle hot here.
Maybe start with a medium and work your way.
I'm gonna go with mild. I can't even do, so Thai spicy is also very, very spicy, and I do mild there.
Okay.
But like in Japan, our spice levels are like nothing, so I do like a medium hot.
Okay, maybe start with a mild.
Start
how
with
it
a mild?
goes. Yeah,
Okay.
a little mild hot chicken.
Mild hot chicken.
Call it hot chicken.
Okay.
And then, try from there. Escalate.
Yes.
Work your way up.
Yes. What is your favorite one?
My favorite hot chicken is Prince's. Now, this is
Okay,
widely
that's-
contested in Nashville as to who has the best hot chicken. Bolton's also has great hot chicken, but they're very unpredictable. So it's like-
Unpredictable in what way?
I mean, the spice level.
Oh, okay. Do you agree? You guys agree? I just saw you guys nodding, so I was like, okay, it must be like a well-known thing.
Who here is actually from Nashville, like born and raised? Oh my God,
there
I don't
we
see you at the
go,
meetings that
yes.
often. All right, I know. So do you agree, Prince's?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll have to check that out.
Prince's,
Prince's.
my opinion. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
First question. We're gonna start out really, really hard hitting. You ready?
Yes.
What are you nerdy about? Like, what is your nerdy thing? Like, you just nerd out about it.
No, I mean, it's so weird because we just talked about food, but I am nerdy over food. I just love eating. I can go on and on and on. I'm more of like a salty chip girl than a sweet cake. And for the show that I'm not allowed to talk about, we shoot in Toronto, and I have like all of my favorite restaurants there. I chose my apartment based on where the restaurants were and everything. So I nerd out over food. Like I live to eat, and I make friends eating as well. Yeah, eating.
Do you
out.
like to cook?
I did during the pandemic. However, since the pandemic, I haven't really been cooking much. To tell you the truth, it's because I've been subletting many different places in different cities. When you're shooting 9 months out of the year, it's hard to find a rental property for like a year lease, and it's kind of a waste because you have to like live in multiple locations at once. So Yeah, I've been doing a lot of subletting. And come January, I have like more of a permanent situation. But yeah.
That's what DoorDash is for. We don't need to cut.
We love a DoorDash. We love a DoorDash.
It's 2023.
I kept buying condiments and then it would just sit there for the next tenant to use. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just eat out. I don't know. Yeah.
I like that. I appreciate that. How did you get started in performing, in acting? Like, what was the bug that bit you that you were like, I am a performer?
If you ask my mom, I think I've always wanted to perform. I was the kid that was, singing in front of all my relatives and doing little skits with my friends and putting it on for our poor parents. But I started learning how to act maybe around third grade. I went to this place called Santa Monica Playhouse in LA, and I did theater for a bit. And then I kind of rolled around doing acting here and there, acting here and there. But I didn't really get serious about it until after college. Up till then, I was auditioning for things. I was doing commercials. Somehow, all the gigs that I was booking was for interviewing, hosting, reporting. So I started doing that at a young age, and then it kind of paid for my college education. But upon graduating, I moved to Japan for a few months, thinking that I wanted to pursue hosting or reporting in Japan. And then I realized it wasn't really for me. I'm not sure if it was living in Japan that was difficult, like the culture shock of being Japanese American and then being put in a very Japanese company, or maybe maybe that path wasn't for me. I'm not sure, but I came back to LA, and then I said, well, if I start working a 9 to 5, I would have a really hard time getting out of that routine, right? Because, you're always striving to do better. And once you're in a certain job, you might want to, climb the hierarchy or like move to a different company and do better, or just, it's hard to break the cycle sometimes, even if you're putting the cycle on yourself. And so I said, well, now or never. It's been a dream of mine. If I don't do it now, I probably will never be able to do it. So, and then that was like October, November. And then I booked the show I cannot talk about.
A show.
A movie.
A thing.
Yes, a thing that I cannot talk about. In February or March.
So you really manifested it. You
really I got really lucky.
Jumped in, and you're like, this is what I'm focusing on.
I felt very lucky, and I felt very lucky that was my first thing. Everyone was so welcoming and warm, and they didn't care that I was, so green. They treated me like family, and so never looked back.
We're very lucky for that. You mentioned living in Japan. What do you miss most about living in Japan?
My family. Yeah, my immediate family is with me. But my grandma and my aunt and my dad's side of the family, all of them, we only get to see each other, like maybe once a year. So, every summer when I was a kid, because the American school system has like 3 months of summer school, which is awesome. My parents would put me into Japanese school because they only have 6 weeks of summer. And so they were like, oh, perfect. You'll just go from like American school into Japanese school and then you'll have your summer break. And it was their way of like integrating me into Japanese culture and learning the history and, learning how to speak and play with friends that are only Japanese, right? Only speak Japanese. And I'm really grateful for that because it's still my first language and it's helped me in many, many ways. But I think missing my friends that are there and missing my family, it is not a short plane ride. So,
true.
it sucks. Like holidays.
Yeah.
You would want to celebrate Christmas or New Year's with your even your extended family. I've never really had that. So, yeah, that's something that I think I would love to be better about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to just pop over for a weekend, right? When it's,
I
it's that long, you
know.
really want to like make it worth it, and then you have to have the time to do that.
The dream is to be bi-coastal between like
Bike
Tokyo
level.
and
Very far
in
apart.
California, but we shall see. Yeah.
I hope you get there.
Thank
What did
you.
you miss most about America when you were in Japan?
Um, the freedom of speech.
Yeah.
The freedom to you can say anything, whatever you want in Japan, but there's a lot of like social pressure into conforming, and I think it comes from even at a young age in America, your individualism is really praised. Like, oh, you're unique. That's a good thing. In Japan, it's quite the opposite. It's very much like, oh, you should be the same as everyone else. And I think both ideologies are great. I think both like take it with a grain of salt and make it your own. But I just felt a little bit like closed off. And I don't know. I just didn't really feel like I could express myself fully. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little more watched, more observed. when
Yeah,
you're expressing
exactly.
yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so Aaron, we had a question that was submitted by Aaron Gaines. who I
Aaron, is
think
he
is
here?
there.
Hi,
Yeah, he's here.
Aaron. Yes. Hi. Oh my gosh. And is that a doll or someone in cosplay?
I think it's I think.
Oh,
yep,
it's
okay,
moving.
Yeah,
Okay, great. Hi.
I was like, I just don't know if they're awake. So.
I know. I'm like, oh, I don't think I saw him there when I was
Hello.
here. Yes. Hello.
So Aaron's question was, what's your process for acting in projects that are more physical than verbal, and how does that challenge you?
Yes. Thank you, Aaron. I have the best time learning all of the action sequences because I have a martial arts background. It's really fun. I work with the best action choreographers, stunt coordinators, and I have a lovely double that like teaches me everything. A lot of the time, at least for the roles that I've played, if I'm attacking someone, I'm allowed to do it. And if I'm getting attacked, like if I have to fall out of a window or if I have to crash into a car, then it's my double because safety reasons. But it's very fun feeling powerful. and by the time we get to shooting, it's been, for me at least, like weeks and weeks of like many hours of rehearsals. I'm the type of person that like can only thrive if I know exactly what could happen, because a lot of times, the director will say, oh, you know what? I want to cut this part out, or, oh, you know what? This direction, the camera's not working. So instead of kicking with your right foot, can you do it with your left foot? Like that can cause a lot of, it could be risky, right? Especially if you're working with another actor and not a stunt performer, because they don't know how to react quickly if you make a mistake. So I like to prep as much as possible, and then you can freely play on the day. So yeah, I love it. The prep is just rehearsal, going to the gym, building the muscle to do the stunt, and then rehearsals. Yeah. Thank you.
Practice.
Practice.
It sounds like you're always the aggressor. That's kind of nice. You always get to be the one like.
I love being the aggressor because you feel so cool. You feel so cool, you
Yeah,
know?
it's
And like, I think there was one day where I was not the aggressor and I was like, this sucks. I was like, ugh. Like,
yeah, as
doing,
women, like, we don't get to feel
whiplash
like
all day. Yeah, I was like, I don't
I'm in
like this.
charge.
I don't like this one bit.
I love that. All right, very, very serious question from Harold B. Is Harold here? I don't think so.
Harold.
Okay.
Okay.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be, and how would you use it?
Okay, so I have been using this answer, but I get really nauseous very quickly, motion sickness. It's just horrible. Like every car ride that I'm on, I have to like open the window or I just have to kind of like rest my head. Lately, I've been on a lot of boats. I don't know why. A lot of my friends like to party on boats, and I'm like, I think it's a good idea when I sign up for it, and then the day of, I'm like, I don't like this, not one bit. And then it gets fun, but like sick. Um, so I think just the power to like not feel nauseous or like be healthy at all times. You know, like if you're feeling
Anti-nausea
ill,
girl, I like that.
anti-nausea, or just like pro-health always. Yeah. So something like that. I know.
To
It's
never
kind
have
of
a cold, that would be great.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Vitamin C, the power of vitamin C.
The power of vitamin C.
So
Yes.
Can you ride amusement park rides, or is that just a strict
I love
no-go?
amusement park rides.
Okay.
Yes. When it's fast, it's fine. It's just the like
What if it's simulated motion, like the kind where there's like the screen and you're going around?
I don't love it.
Yeah.
I don't love 3D
Yep.
movie screens. They're okay, but they're not like I'd rather do the 2D.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm that girl.
All right, so but like the thrill coasters, the really fast ones.
I can do those. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't always do them because
scary to me.
I have so many piercings, and I've heard really bad horror stories, and I don't want to take them out.
Now I'm gonna stress about that.
Do you have any?
I do.
Sometimes like Six Flags and like people just come out with ripped. Not into it. Not into it.
No.
Not into it.
PSA: Be careful with your piercings on amusement
Yeah,
park
not into it, but but they're fun. Yeah, yeah.
Another hard-hitting question from Justin S.
Justin.
Justin. All right. What's your favorite dinosaur? It's very important.
Ooh. I'm only thinking about like Jurassic Park right now.
Sure.
It's been a while. I like the I feel like I would like the calm one that kind of looks like a hippopotamus.
Sure.
You know, the one that you can be friends with.
Just a chill
The
dinosaur.
just chill one.
Yeah.
But the ones that fly are also very cool. I can imagine myself like holding onto the legs
pterodactyl.
and then just,
Sure.
yeah.
Hopefully that would not
Yeah.
make you motion sick.
Yeah.
I'm a little stressed about that.
Right. You're completely right.
A little concerned. We'll get
I
you some
know.
Dramamine. You're fine. We'll
You're
put a
right.
patch on
You're
it.
right.
All right. What are your thoughts on the importance of diversity and representation in media?
Oh my gosh.
This question is from Kaylee. Do we have a Kaylee?
Kaylee.
No. They're
my
all
gosh.
hiding from us. I don't know.
I think it's really important. I feel like media is the primary way that at least I consume information, and we like seeing someone on screen that looks like you is 100% important. You feel seen, you feel heard. But it's also important for people that don't look like you, or like to see someone that looks different from you on screen because you can connect with them, right? And it's not as like in your face as having a very hard hitting conversation with someone in person about it. But I feel like it has a natural way of bringing up topics, bringing up commonalities between people. Just because we look a certain way doesn't mean that we don't have shared experiences. And so I think diversity is like so cheesy, but like the path to world peace in a way. Yeah, like seeing yourself and seeing other people go through experiences that maybe you went through but doesn't look like you makes you more empathetic.
Or, I mean, like you said, being able to see yourself in a character in a role that you've not seen someone
Yeah.
that looks like you. I think that has a lot of power.
Yes, and I think also for young viewers out there, you like when I was younger, I didn't really know what my job prospects were, and even that, right? Like as a young person, I've had so many people come up to me and say like, "Oh, I didn't know that like acting was an option for me as an Asian American." And I said, "Yeah, of course," but like how would they have known if they hadn't seen it done before? And so, yeah, very, very important. Yeah.
Look at you opening doors for people. Paths they didn't know existed.
Trying my best.
You're doing great. Another hard-hitting question from Jeff Mackey, who I know who is not here.
Oh, where's Jeff?
Who knows? What are your favorite pizza toppings, and how do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
Okay. I was about to say.
We're going to start a fight by the end of this,
I was about to say, my favorite pizza topping is pineapple pizza.
Mine too. I stand this. I'm here for this.
I am a huge, I have a huge favor of like salty sweet. So pineapple is like one of my favorites. Right now I really like this place in LA called Roberta's. They do a spicy Italian pizza and they have like salami on top or like pepperoni on top, but they do honey drizzle. It's so good. It is so good.
I'm from LA. Yes.
It's so good, right? It is amazing. Yeah, now I like to put honey on
that.
everything.
I
I mean,
want that
a
in my
hot
mouth.
chicken with honey is also delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like your thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My thing, my pizza, I'm going to lose friends over this. So I also really like pineapple pizza.
Oh, yay!
And I like to put like prosciutto or ham, something like that.
Yes, prosciutto's the best.
And then a little drizzle of buffalo sauce. You get the sweet, you get the spicy, a little vinegar.
I haven't done that. I need to try
I
it.
put buffalo sauce on
Okay,
everything. It's like so
okay.
amazing.
I'm getting ideas.
He's. I think we're not going to be
love
friends
it.
anymore. He's out. He's done.
I'm born in New York.
What do you do? What,
Chicken parm pizza,
that's good too.
penne vodka pizza is really good.
Yes.
Just representing for the Italians.
Both very
right now.
good.
Thank you.
Pineapple goes on pizza, just not my pizza.
Oh, see,
Oh,
very-
that's so
see, that's
sweet.
nice. That's
so
very
sweet.
inclusive. That's a nice,
I love that.
welcoming
that.
answer.
Yes.
What is something that you are objectively not good at? You're just like, that is not me.
Science.
Oh, just all of it.
Science. No, I used to take AP biology in high school, and I would have like nightmares about the course. It was, and it's not like I wasn't trying. I was really reading, and then I would fall asleep, or like I would have a tutor. I just didn't I wasn't good at it.
It's not your thing.
And so, yeah, the thing is, like, I learned that I wasn't good at it in the beginning, and I tried my hardest to get to a point where I was acceptable, and then I let it go.
I understand.
So we have not done science since college.
I get that.
A long time ago, yeah.
I was homeschooled, and so math was that was the hardest thing for me. Was math.
I love math.
So I was like, how much math do I need to get through college? Like that's what I'm looking for. And so and once I got to that point, I was like, oh, no more. I'm not gonna take any extra. I don't love this.
You don't have to.
It doesn't feel good inside my body.
It doesn't feel good.
I don't like this math thing. All right. A lot of people know you're a good singer. You're a good singer. We likes to hear you sing. Okay. Oh, we got a face. We'll talk about that. We'll dig into that. Do you like to sing?
I like to sing. Yeah,
Okay.
I do like to sing.
What do you like to sing when you're alone? Like in the car, in the shower? Like what do you jam to?
Good question. I used to really love Wicked or like Hamilton.
Yes, musical theater. All right.
Yes. Tate McRae. Tate McRae. Julian Baker. Lots of like sad girl music.
Sometimes you just gotta have a good cry and a sing at
Yeah,
the same time.
exactly.
Do you feel comfortable singing in front of people? Like, is that something that you enjoy?
No, that is my biggest like fear. Which is bizarre because I can act in front of people and it's not as like crippling. But it is a big fear of mine. I used to be in an a cappella group, and even with group singing, it was still like every time like very nerve-wracking. I don't know what it is. I think it's because it comes from your diaphragm, and that's where the nerves are. So when the nerves are like dancing in your stomach and you're like, ah, it's, yeah.
Are you a fan of karaoke?
Yes and no. I love karaoke with a good group of people, but if it's like okay, then I'd rather just sing at home. You know? Like
I work at a karaoke bar.
Oh, you do? Okay. I'm just like, why do we have to go outside to sing when you can sing inside
On our couches.
on our couches? But
with
I do love a
strangers.
good belty session. Yes. We'll have to check your bar out. Yeah.
Remy D, who could not be here, she's another
Okay.
cosplayer, but she submitted a
Okay.
question. She wants to know, do you dress up for Halloween, and are you going to dress up this year? What are you going to be for Halloween?
I want to dress up this year, but I'm gonna be in Stockholm.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Stockholm
old
with
chestnut.
my friend Erin Moriarty, who plays that character.
Someone else?
Yeah. On our show. I'm gonna be in Stockholm with her. So she was saying like we should dress up, and if there's a party on Wednesday, is it on Wednesday?
Tuesday, something like that. I don't know.
October 31st.
of the
Then we should go, but we have no costume yet, and it's in a few days. So.
I'm just imagining just press on mustaches. Like, that's the last minute
Oh
costume,
yeah,
right?
I
It's
did
just
that
like-
last year. I was Morpheus last year.
Nice.
Jared Leto's Morpheus. Yes, and it was hilarious because Claudia, who was also from our show, we were like, let's do it together. And like we ordered things from Amazon, but they didn't really work out, but it was already the day of. And it looked so bad, but it was fine. Everyone was like, what are you? And we're like, Morpheus, duh. We're like, oh, okay.
I think you just explained and encapsulated like most cosplayers like day of convention
Oh, really?
experience
Yeah.
with something coming in the mail and be like, well, it's gonna have to do.
Yeah, no, and you just put it on, and everyone's like, okay. Yeah,
You're like, this is it. This is me today.
I do love a good costume, though. Yeah.
Good. Well, I hope you come up with something. I hope
Yes.
you draw on a mustache, something like that for old time's
I
sake.
just need something to put on, like ears or like hat or
Yeah,
something,
just cat ears. You can't go wrong with cat ears.
I know. I do love cat ears. I do.
Do you
love
like cats? Are you a cat
I do.
person?
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, good. We can be friends. This works out.
Yes, I do love cats.
We can continue this conversation.
Are you a cat lady? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay.
I am, I'm in fact a cat lady.
Wait, how many cats do you have?
Only one currently, but that's very low for me. Anyone who knows me or
Oh.
follows me know that there are usually many. They've gotten older, they've passed on. We now
Got
have,
it.
Yes,
Okay.
but We'll bring more into the
Amazing.
fold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love this.
What's a pet peeve of yours? Like if you could just make a thing not exist anymore, like that level of pet peeve.
Oh, that's a hard one. I feel like not many things. Do you have any examples?
I love. I mean, mine is mouth sounds. I do not. I have.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have. I
yeah,
have
yeah.
misophonia.
Yeah.
Like,
Mouth
like,
sounds.
Yeah. Other people chewing. Like, I will just leave the room. It's not their fault. They're not harming me intentionally. I just can't abide by it.
Right,
I become
right.
very angry in my stomach about it. I just.
I'm trying to think. I don't really think I have any pet peeves. I don't think I
I
have
love that. I
any.
love how chill that is. I want to be there. I want
don't.
that.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think I have any.
Oh my god. I love it. Stay that way. Do that.
Although my friend just texted me there's a meme going around or like this GIF where someone put a whole bunch of first date locations that are not
I
acceptable.
have seen this. Yes.
Yeah, and I don't agree with all of
don't
it.
either.
I feel like going on a trip somewhere far, that was one of them, or like a hike or something. I think, or physical activity. I think that's great. But I think my pet peeve for a first date, and nobody's done this to me, but I imagine it would be a pet peeve because a lot of my guy friends do it on their first date. I'm like, don't do that. Is like boba date on the first one. Not coffee. I think coffee dates are great.
Sure.
But boba dates, especially because I'm not sure if the boba places here have like seating, but the ones in LA don't really have seating. So
Hit or miss.
I'm just like, you're gonna get this like boba and you're gonna stand there and then like have a conversation for 10 minutes and then if you're not into it, you just part ways. That sounds sad.
It is
It's
sad.
like setting yourself up for failure, right? At
It
least
just
be
sounds
like,
uncomfortable. Like everyone's standing. There's some weird textural thing happening in your drink with a stranger. I don't know.
yeah. No, I mean, but the thing is, I love boba.
I just don't want
love
someone
going with
to
my
watch me
girlfriends.
drink boba. Like I don't feel like it's a thing I need to be observed doing on a first date.
Yeah. Like I have boba in the car, or like I take it with me to like watch Netflix, but I'm like, I don't know. So what do you do? Like you go to the park, or like do you sit on the ground? Like what are you gonna do with that boba? Or do you leave? I don't
You're
know.
gonna have your 3-minute conversation and you're gonna
See,
leave.
this is my pet peeve. I can
Which,
go on and on.
depending on the first date, might not be a bad thing though. Like
See, that's why my friends do it, because they're like, well, if the date is not going well, then I can just bounce. But I was like, that's rude.
Oh, no, that's rude.
rude. That's
no,
rude.
see, that's a pet peeve. That's
Yeah.
just rude.
Yeah.
I think being rude can be a pet peeve. Just like,
Yes.
I don't like rude.
Yes, I agree.
And on the topic of that meme, if you want to take me to Waffle House on a first date, you're welcome to. I think.
Oh
That's a
my
lovely
goodness, that
first
was on
date.
the
Let's
list.
it
Yes.
is.
Did you see the comments that were on the
People are
thread?
hateful.
Did anyone see them? No. The Shake Shack commented.
Oh, good. I'm
and,
glad
like,
that
all
properties
these, like,
are commenting.
Establishments, they're on their marketing game. I forget what they said, but Shake Shack was probably like, yeah, like, oh, we made the cut or something. It was funny. It was funny.
Some of those restaurants' marketing teams, like their social media teams,
Yeah.
are wild. Does anyone follow like Wendy's online? It's not something.
Wait,
I,
really?
that's-
What do they
It's not a
write?
sentence I thought I'd ever utter. Yeah, it's wild.
Really?
It's wild. Far more entertaining than most people. Highly
Oh my
recommend.
God, I love it.
Wendy's.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
While we're talking about food,
Okay.
is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
Hot take. That is a hot take. I'm going to say no, because a burger is not a sandwich. And I feel like it leans more towards burger, right?
I agree. Well, and I have an issue when I don't know how you feel about this when people refer to a chicken sandwich as a chicken burger, not ground
No,
chicken, but like it's a chicken
no,
breast
no.
on a bun. That's a chicken sandwich, right? Like that's what we call that. It's not chicken burger.
If it's on a burger bun, it's a chicken burger. But if it's on like, wait, you don't agree?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Chick-fil-A would disagree.
If it says burger, I'm expecting ground meat.
What do they call it?
Home of the chicken sandwich. I mean, it's Chick-fil-A's home
Chick-fil-A says that's a sandwich?
chicken sandwich.
I mean, I'm not gonna go to Chick-fil-A as like my decider of things, but I do think that a chicken sandwich is a chicken breast and a
didn't
chicken
know
burger
that.
is ground chicken. But I don't know.
I don't know, actually.
It's like you can go to a burger place and switch out like the beef patty for a chicken, but it's still a burger because they're calling it a burger.
No.
But if you're getting a chicken sandwich, it's a chicken sandwich.
All right, we'll fight about this in the street.
Yeah.
I mean, does that count?
Patty melt is a sandwich. Yeah. I feel like it depends on what the bread is.
So yeah, it sounds like the bun is the defining factor for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah, I think so.
And
But
if it's between two leaves of
I don't
lettuce,
know.
we don't
I mean,
want it.
who's
All right.
who's defining this? I don't
I don't
know.
know. I mean, it could have been you. Like this was your
could have been
chance.
me. I
This
know.
is it.
Yeah,
We're
the
gonna
foodie
go.
and the
That's
foodie.
right. You said you were obsessed with food. We're gonna do
Yes.
it.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay.
All right. We have a question from Casually Cosplaying. Hello,
Hey.
casual.
Oh yes, very casual.
It's very casual.
Yes.
So his question was, when there is existing material, so like beyond a script, when something is based on a comic, a graphic novel, something like that, do you dig into that kind of material to prepare for a role, or do you tend to avoid the existing material and just go?
No,
with
I
the
dig
script?
in.
You dig. Oh, so you
Yeah.
get in.
Yeah. I dig in because I feel like there is always a very strong fan base, and also you have to honor, the person that created it. And they have had so many thoughts on what they've written. A lot of them, for example, I worked on an animated show with three best friends. Three best friends, and it was a reboot of like an 80s show that's not He-Man, but the other one. And for that show, after we worked with Noelle Stevenson, our showrunner, she said that my character was a representation of herself. And so, like, if I think about that, I feel like you have to honor the source material. You have to honor whoever's writing it. You know, you just have to do your research, and you take what you want out of it, right? You don't have to follow it to the T unless you're instructed to do so. And then for me, I usually like do all my research, again, rehearsals on my own, and then kind of fact check it or like check back with the showrunner on it, because sometimes the showrunner has like a completely different image of what your character should be. And that's happened before too. I've done my research and they're like, nope, that's not right. And you're like, oh, okay, well, let me like shift gears and go down this path. But I think it's nice to do some like due diligence on your own, and just so you have all the information at hand. I think it's just helpful, you know, because you can always throw it away too. Like you can choose to ignore it, but having that knowledge is always good. Yeah.
I feel like you just
Collect it after that, or like, do you collect any of the like the IPs?
I had it all on my laptop, so I don't have any of the original like comic or artworks. I think I might have it for the other character that I did from DC, but not from the newer one, the TV series, because it was all on my laptop. Yeah. I do like whenever I come to these cons, you guys bring such cool, you know, comic book editions, and you have it in like cool packaging. And so I do always think about, oh, maybe I should buy some so then I can have like Garth sign it while I have access to him, you know, or like the cast sign it so that it's something. But I don't know. I haven't done it yet. Maybe this year. Yeah.
I feel like you just got so much nerd cred for that answer. I feel like they're very quiet because, you know,
Oh,
we're all
really?
nerds, but I feel like they're all like, hallelujah!
I am such a nerd. I know. I am a
I
big
felt
nerd.
them all like, during that answer.
No,
like,
yes,
vibing.
you've gotta.
And I feel like
One of us.
I feel like it's probably hard to have like big collections of things when you move around a lot and like you're going from place to place. Like having things digitally, I think is probably easier.
Well, that's the thing, the subletting.
Right.
My number one rule since graduating college, which was a long time ago, is no household items, because I love traveling and like picking up knickknacks and like things that I like nobody needs, but it's cute. So I stopped doing that. I was like, no household items, or nothing unless it's like clothing. Nothing. I don't have anything. Unless it's like clothing or shoes.
It sounds really freeing though. Like the thought of packing up all my knickknacks and collections and stuff, I think a lot of you can, like, it's really daunting. That's a lot of stuff.
It is. But you would be surprised as to how many pieces of clothing I have unfortunately collected.
I probably wouldn't actually. Same problem. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. But for
support
that
you.
reason, I don't have anything. Oh, I should though. Be cool.
Well, maybe at any point in your life you can you'll be one of those people with 7,000 Funko Pops, you know? Like,
Can you
just a whole
imagine?
room.
That would be very cool, actually. But I would need like a dedicated room.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I have a friend who was one of those collectors and had, I don't know, thousands. Just, I can't even fathom
Yeah.
how many. And his shelving failed him. Like something happened and he sent me a picture of just like 1,000 Funko Pops in a pile in the middle of his floor.
Oh,
and the side of me that needs to alphabetize things and put them in order was like, I can't look at this picture anymore.
Alphabetize?
I mean, I need things to be in a certain, that's my own damage.
Actually, I would too.
Right.
If I were to do it, I would alphabetize
Right.
it.
See,
Yeah,
and seeing
but
them in a pile, I was like,
still.
I can't look at that anymore.
Oof.
It's too much stress.
Oof.
All right. Another hard hitting question.
Okay.
If you had to teach a class other than on acting with like little to no preparation, we were like, go teach a class over there right now, what would it be on?
Oh
What would you
man, I
teach?
think it would have been karate. But lately, I haven't like been to class in a while, so it would be very hard for me to teach. But I could pick it up probably in like a few months.
I feel like you got it.
I love that.
I feel like I can do it.
Once you got it, it's a thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like in your body. You remember it. Yeah, you just have to like remind yourself how to move. Yeah.
Just so you know, if this acting thing doesn't work out, you just go teach karate.
Karate.
Done.
I
You're ready to
could.
go.
I could. I
Perfect.
could go to all these cons and then I could teach everyone the choreography from all of the shows.
This is not the worst
Which
idea
would be
I've ever
cool.
heard, actually. This
Yes,
is
it would be
great.
cool.
Speaking of your moves, what's your go-to dance move? Like, do you have, like, when you're at a party, you're like, this is the one that I go to? Like, what's my move? You do not have,
No,
you
I'm not
do not
doing
have
it.
to demonstrate
No,
it. That is
I'm not doing it.
No, we just discuss it. Give it a name, you know.
Do I have a go-to dance move?
Do you like to dance? Is that a
I
thing?
love to dance. Yeah, but it's not
So
like
maybe you have, like, a wide vocabulary of things you do.
yeah, it's always like just like a wide stance and just like
Just a bobber?
like little
Just a
bobs
bouncer?
here and there. Yeah, you know, it's nothing special.
Yeah. Just
exactly.
vibing, yeah.
It's nothing
It's
special.
not like I start
you know,
with the
we all do
sprinkler
it.
every time. Like, it's not that. It's not like Cabbage Patch or nothing. Like, this is
Yeah,
all
yeah. Or like my go-to move is like I'm at a concert and I'm like, it's not loud enough. Like this one of these, like yeah, you know, or like you like fish the artist like to you
Yeah.
and you're like, or like your friend and you're like, come here.
Classic.
Yeah, classic.
I love
Yeah.
that. We're gonna close with something that I think is probably near and dear to your heart. Now
Okay.
that I've learned a little
Okay.
bit more about you.
Okay.
If you had to eat the same meal every day,
Ooh, okay.
you only get the one. You can eat other things at your other
Easy.
meals, but like let's say your lunch is this. Oh, she's ready. All right, what's your meal?
Easy. Sushi.
Ooh, see, and so that's a trick answer because that's a really wide.
Yes, it's very like on brand, but sushi. I could eat that every day. It's clean. It's sometimes like probably might give you food poisoning over the summer, but usually okay. And it's delicious. It's delicious.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's delicious. It might make me sick sometimes. I don't care. Let's go.
I don't
It's
care.
a gamble.
Yeah, give it to me.
You're risking it.
Yeah, I might die, but you know, last meal was sushi, so
What's
Yes.
life without a little risk and a little ahi
Yeah.
tuna, you know?
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
nice. You're here all day tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
Signing, taking photos.
Yes, please come by
stop
again.
by
Yeah.
and see Karen, get an autograph, get a photo. And thank you all for being here. I
Thank
really
you
appreciate
so
it.
much for
Thank
staying
you.
this late, guys. Like,
Thank you
I'm
guys
so
so
touched.
much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.